Hey lovely sexy hobby people, welcome to today's video, which is going to be Dungeons and Dragons issue 43, and we're going to have a look at the D100 metal die that was an optional extra. So my delivery literally just dropped about 20 minutes ago. So we've got 43, 44, 45 and 46. Let's file those appropriately over there. Right, let's get and have a look. Spotlight on the players. Don't fear silence. Allowing your players to have maximum input into the game can help them bond as a party, while fueling your ideas for a wider campaign. As a dungeon master, you may believe you have to keep your players on the narrow tracks that get them from the start of the scenario to its resolution. While it's true that you are ultimately there to guide the narrative, the most enjoyable games of D&D give the players agency. That is, the ability to make choices and see the consequences of those choices ripple outward into the world and the greater story. Don't fear silence. Right, sometimes the situation in game requires quick action. Did the wizard just step on a pressure plate that closes the castle door and the party needs to escape immediately? On these occasions, push the players to make quick decisions to maintain the excitement of the event. If the situation doesn't require quick responses, don't jump too quickly. Silence around the table may be uncomfortable, but it's also the role of the players to try their best to figure out the complex situations you put in front of them. This can be the bonding experience that brings them together as a party. It can also help them showcase elements of their characters they haven't tapped into yet, sometimes uncovering features that are so rarely used they have been forgotten. So, ask questions, borrow judiciously. Safeguard the player's agency and get good feedback. Right, spellcasting feats, part 2. Spellcasters can double the range of their spells with the help of a feat, learning to get those who are obscured in battle. Every character class offers a choice when your character reaches 4th level, with some of those choices designed to specifically benefit spellcasters. We've already covered some of these feats, including Elemental Adept, Meta Magic Adept, and Warcaster. And the Spell Sniper feat is another option that is only available to those who can cast spells. Your other potential option when your character reaches 4th level is to improve up to 2 of your ability scores through Strength, Dexterity, Constitution, etc. In place of a feat, see Character Creation A, Overview 22A, Introduction to Feats for more details. Ooh. Okay, alright, I'm getting ahead of myself. Spell Sniper. When you take this feat, you have learned to enhance your spell attacks, gaining the following benefits. When you cast a spell that requires you to make an attack roll, the spell's range is doubled. For example, a firebolt with a range of 120 feet can now hit a target 240 feet away. That's cool. So Chill Touch, Magic Stone, Primal Savagery, Produce Flame, and Ray of Frost. Anyway, I was oohing at the Ranger Drake Warden. A ranger who communes with draconic spirits can summon a small dragon companion that obeys their commands. Reaching 3rd level in the ranger class puts your character more in tune with the natural world. When your ranger chooses the Drake Warden archetype, you forge a connection with a draconic spirit that manifests in physical form as a small four-legged companion called a drake. Cool. Drake companion, so small dragon, armor class 14, natural armor. Ranger, hunter and swarm keeper. A ranger's connection to the environment hones their hunting talents or helps them bond with a swarm of natural spirits. When you reach 3rd level in this class, your ranger's magical connection to the world increases. This deeper bond is represented by the archetype you dedicate yourself to. We've already covered the Monster Slayer, Beastmaster and Drake Warden archetypes, with 2 new options presented here in the Hunter and Swarmkeeper archetypes. The pre-generated Ranger character, Thule Pettigust, follows the Monster Slayer, I nearly said Monster Slayer then, archetype. A player might replace those features on Thule's character sheet with the features from either the Hunter or Swarmkeeper archetypes. Cool. Then we have dinosaurs. The gigantic creatures of our distant past very much still exist in the Forgotten Realms present. The adventurers make camp deep in the jungles of Chult. It is unbearably hot, so they gladly doff their baking armour while swatting away the ever-present insects and set about making a meal. Soon a pot is over the fire, a thin stew cooking within. Then the party hears a noise, a deep thump like distant thunder. They hear it again, a little louder, a little closer. One of the heroes notices concentric ripples dancing across the surface of the stew. Yeah, Jurassic Park. Then, above the nearby foliage, a gargantuan lizard-like head rises, its long mouth lined with huge teeth, gleaming in the firelight, and it lets loose a mighty roar. Okay, Brontosaurus, Deinonychus, Plesiosaurus, Quetzalcoatlus, Triceratops, and the T-Rex. The most famous and feared of dinosaurs, whose huge size is matched by its impressive speed. Though its foreclaws are almost comically tiny, the T-Rex can make multiple attacks with its teeth and its tail, and will often snatch up creatures in its huge mouth in an attempt to devour them whole. So there you go. So, Duergar. These grim and dour dwarves of the Underdark possesses latent psychic powers as the result of horrific experiments performed by mind flayers. Well, that was nice of them. They look a bit grey as well. The Duergar in combat. The Duergar are a hardy species, and their societies tend to romanticise the gruelling toil of labour. Hardened both physically and mentally, they not only have advantage on saving throws against poison, but also against being charmed or paralysed, and even against spells and illusions. So they would be quite tough old boots to crack. Cloakers and dark mantles. Lurking in remote dungeons and caves, these stealthy predators strike in the darkness to take down their prey. Cloakers. Cloakers, these large subterranean creatures earn their name for the resemblance they bear to dark leathery cloaks. Okay. Dark mantles are found throughout the Underdark, but are native to the Shadowfell. Shadowkai, the pallid and cunning elves who call the Shadowfell their home, sometimes train dark mantles as guardians or companions. Dark mantles rest on cavern ceilings, embedding themselves in darkness before they unfurl and attack. Nice. So they're an ambush predator. Bit like a tiger. This adventure is balanced for 4th level characters, monsters of the Dark Lake. Encounter background. The party arrives at the Dark Lake and must cross it to reach their destination, the Crypt of King Argosh. The Duergar patrol the lake on boats. However, the party needs to be creative or risk their wrath. The Dark Lake has more than just patrolling Duergar, as the depths are home to a pair of plesiosauruses and the cavern ceiling hides a congregated group of hungry dark mantles. The characters must choose how to advance, but no matter their elected path, blood is likely to darken the water. Okay. Oh, there's our Duergar dwarves. And then these look like our plesiosaurs. 2 plesiosauruses live in the lake, though they keep their distance and aren't aggressive against sailors unless provoked. And then we have our dark mantle, stat block, and our Duergar, our plesiosaurus, and then this, whoever is captaining in a rowboat controls its behaviour and what action it does on its turn. The rowboat is destroyed and becomes unusable when it drops to 0 hit points. A rowboat is wrecked and sinks if its hull is destroyed in any way. So this looks more like a canoe, but I like the fact that you can literally fold it up and put it in a box. That's like really handy. Essentially it's a canoe. I don't care what anybody says. But yeah, there you go. That was 43. Come down and we'll have a look at these dice. Now these are pinkish, translucent, sparkly. So they look nice. I mean, they're not my favourite dice. This is 20, 7, 18, 18, 15. Oh, 6. I suppose that's worth the risk, potentially. Anyway, what we really want to look at is this, the Dungeons and Dragons Adventure D100. So let's have a sticky. Oh, that's a nice. It said it came in a wooden box, and that is a nice box. Yeah, I mean that's a nice box. It's got a nice little hasp on it, and then. Oh my god, that is heavy. I mean, they said it was what, 123 grams, I think. But that is a work of beauty. That is gorgeous. So the 100 and the 1 are top and bottom. That's a fair old beastie. So that landed on 20. 92. 73. 76. I mean, it's nice. This is really heavy. But it is gorgeous. I mean, 25 quid for a lump of metal. Some people are going to turn around and say it's not worth it. But value is always subjective. You know, people will find value in different things that other people will consider to be just rubbish. And I like this. I'm not going to lie. I do like this, and I like the box. I might put it back in its little bubble wrap envelope just to stop it from rattling around in the box as much. But yeah. Definitely need a flat surface, or this is going to be rolling everywhere. Cool. I like it. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, I've got it because, you know, I subscribe to the premium anyway, and, you know, I have it to obviously show you guys in the video. There's a slight defect there. But otherwise, it's really nice, you know. I may not have purchased it before, you know, as in if I was at a convention or something, I might not have purchased a D100. But I'm glad I've accepted this. Yeah, nice. So there you go. That was issue 43 and our exclusive D100 and our sparkly dice. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Alright, take care. Bye bye.